So what was really disturbing is that we found a lot of hypersexuality of the female characters in even television and movies aimed at little kids. For example, in G-rated animated films, the female characters wear the same amount of sexually revealing clothing as the female characters in R-rated movies, which is pretty horrifying. I mean, what are we putting that much sexuality and hypersexuality into things aimed at the littlest kids for? There was research that just came out that showed that girls as young as 6 years old have started to self-sexualize. In other words, they have started seeing themselves through the male gaze and realizing that they need to be sexy in order to be appreciated at 6 years old. And this is a very new development. We knew that women and teenage girls were doing that. So clearly, the culture is sending a very negative message to girls and to boys about girls when the female characters are constantly shown in this sexy light.
Welcome. Not only is this a way to hide pedophilia in the mainstream TV shows for kids, this would also make it normal for a little girl to wear revealing clothes, listen to music with adult content, to adopt the word sexy into her vocabulary, and most parents allow their children to be hypersexualized out of ignorance because they don't see anything wrong with it. They say it's normal. I had to take a step back and reflect on the information I found. It is the lowest human beings have ever fallen. War and torture has not broken my spirit as much as this investigation. We have all heard that high circles of powers are holding the keys to all the doors, legal and illegal. People have claimed that drug and human trafficking has roots inside every government around the world to whitewash, invest, or hide incredible amounts of money.
The internet, music videos and magazines under the microscope. Concerns over attitudes they develop in children highlighted in a new study. A 100-page report commissioned by the Home Office says more efforts should be made to restrict access to material which could sexualize children. The report's author, Dr. Linda Papadopoulos, says messages in advertising and the media can lead to unhealthy development.
Well, the message to girls now is no longer just be thin, but be sexually available. So what we're seeing, again, very interestingly, is a huge rise in plastic surgery, especially breast implants. Breast implants are the #1 plastic surgery technique for teenage girls today.
A total of 36 recommendations have been made, including restrictions on advertising to children and restricting access to men's magazines or lads' mags to the over 15s. The consequences of turning a blind eye, according to Dr. Papadopoulos, are not in the far-off future, but of relevance now.
Women are only paid more than men in two professions, modeling and the sex industry. That hasn't changed, unfortunately. Still to this day, there's a big difference in the violence that women are exposed to. And we know that objectification of women both is a cause and a consequence of violence against women. So if we don't get this right, if we don't start telling boys that their value lies in being aggressive and not relating to girls emotionally, if we don't start telling girls that their value lies in more than attracting a boy and being available, then I think we're in for some very long-term issues.
It has always been the dirtiest businesses that produce the highest yields, millionaire deals, and of course eccentric billionaires who live almost in a parallel society. As it has been recently found, billionaires get together in private properties to hunt down humans. Like a medieval hunt, they pay a group of people to come run in their fields and gardens, but you have to play. You are paid to live through the terror of being hunted. That is the game. That's the fun. Aside from all sick and perverted paraphilias, there is the topic of this video. In this article, the orange areas show where child abuse is more common. Child abuse and trafficking networks that go deep south to the end of the world in Chile, spreading on to Argentina, Peru, Ecuador, Brazil, Colombia, and if you follow that trail, it keeps going north, and it goes everywhere. If you're familiar with WikiLeaks, the Clinton server, the emails with coded language. This is not too far away from the topic. Please be advised, there will be strong content that may not be suitable for children. There has been a big case developing in Chile, the case of Fernanda Maciel. This teenage girl who is seen walking around the corner from her house on surveillance cameras is never seen again. Police have been tracking her footsteps for months, and now a deep criminal network of human trafficking has been unveiled with connections to other countries. International deals are made even by request. You can make requests by race, age, gender, and even pregnant. Transactions and communications were made through a forum created by these people. The site was NIDO.org. The site has been seized by authorities and only archived images are available to whoever knows where to look. This is not a child's game. The content found in these sites can literally shake you to your core. Knowing danger is really everywhere and children need protection more than we'd like to believe. Anonymous Chile has been hunting and giving names to the police. I am fortunate enough to speak English, French, and Spanish, so the research I present to you contains hours of searching and confirming data to try and bring a clear picture of how these people operate. Their drug of choice is burundanga, also known as belladonna. This is a plant extract. It's an alkaloid that can be deadly in high doses. The victim will lose sense of right and wrong, turned into a complete puppet that would obey every command given, such as, "Give me your keys," "Let's go to your apartment," "Give me your bank card and PIN code." You get the idea. Cases in South America have been showing up all over the continent. If you would like to read these articles, find the links below. In part 2 of this video, I will show you human trafficking networks stretching all the way to Russia and Asia. I must warn you, it will also contain stronger content and will open your eyes to a reality that has been hiding right in front of our eyes. In today's internet, everything is easier for predators, who used to need to approach children on the streets, offer them candy or toys, which greatly increased the risk of getting caught. But now it is done online. The stalking and exploitation of children is networked and organized through the internet. Using the basic apps we all use, YouTube, WhatsApp, Skype, Telegram, Snapchat, and they are using invite links to build groups that appear and disappear as people keep migrating from one group to the other. People from all around the world joining these groups, asking each other for their favorite kind of content and trading material. In other cases, the groups of stalkers focus on local women and children. The groups start talking about kidnapping, drugging, raping, and even killing the girls as these criminals hide in the web, spreading to every country and facilitating international human trafficking. The Dark Earth series will serve to bring you topics that are forbidden in the mainstream, criticized by official sources, and denied by the general public. There is no way to deny we are living in dark times. Internet and globalization have made information readily available, and the time has come to bring these things to light. From the 21st century headquarters, knowledge and truth shall set you free. Until next time.